Hi, this is Matt with the Intergalactic Herald. Welcome to my Star Atlas Week in Review podcast. This is podcast number 145. Any articles or videos mentioned can be found on my website at intergalacticherald.com. Just look for Weekly Recap Newsletter 193. So, just a quick summary of things that happened this past week in Star Atlas. AFIA put out their weekly Star Atlas newsletter, and there was the Atlas Brew, which had some interesting news and talking about the finish of the Never Alone campaign. But before I get to those two things, just want to mention a couple things I'm doing in Star Atlas. Of course, main place is my website, intergalacticherald.com. Please check that out. It's a great Star Atlas resource website. It's got a number of guides, specifically beginner guides to crypto and playing different parts of Star Atlas. Also has some directories of guilds, Star Atlas content creators, Star Atlas tools. You can check out recaps, the weekly newsletter recap, this podcast, and also AI summaries of the Star Atlas community events. And then finally, I do have a way to sign up for the Star Atlas Discord news announcements to get sent to your email. So check all that out at intergalacticherald.com. Also, I do have a Star Atlas merch store, very small at this present time. You can check it out at intergalacticgear.com. Have a few mugs, a few wall art, kind of been put on hold for a while. But you can check that out again at intergalacticgear.com. And also, I'm trying to start a Star Atlas community of gamers who aren't joining guilds. You can check that out at intergalacticcoalition.com. So this past week in Star Atlas, again, the big information came during the community team's Atlas Brew. It usually occurs on Wednesday. Actually, I guess depending on where you are on the planet, it could be on a different day, but I'm used to it on Wednesday morning. So anyways, they had two sections. The first was kind of their news section. So they mentioned that the Super Phoenix DAO is having a sports event coming up around racing in the Star Atlas UE5 version. So the team there mentioned a few things. They also noted that the next economic forum, which I think will be next week on Thursday, will have some major news coming. They wanted to tease it, but they didn't get very far. Also, they mentioned lots of things are coming out in December, and they were reminded that the Zinc Origin season, so the first actual part of Zinc that will accruing rewards for the airdrop, will be coming up. And this is the first time they announced that they are going to have a town hall in December. Then the bulk of the rest of it was about the Never Alone campaign. So in case you're not familiar with that, it's campaign kind of was a community event, social sharing, things like that. I guess they said it was almost 3 years ago. I kind of lost track of time. Anyways, they're finally closing that out so that the rewards can be given. So for people who don't remember, again, it had things codes. What did it work on? Zeely, I think was the name of it. Anyways, there was a way to gain points. And then if you got enough, I think there was like 3 stages of it, those would be earn different rewards within Star Atlas. And again, finally, they're going to be giving those out. So they mentioned the rewards are coming soon. They went over again the levels, but they said they put an announcement in Discord, so I kind of didn't even pay attention to that. They'll be actually available through Sage Metacrafting. So I think it's been a while since did much of those metacrafting recipes, but I think you'll just take one resource and turn it into another one. So you just need a crew member to do that. And they did mention that claiming those rewards will be opening soon, and again, to wait for announcements within the Star Atlas Discord. So it was a pretty good thing. Glad to see that the Never Alone is kind of finishing up there. So move to the next session, which is kind of talking about the state of Star Atlas based on this past week. Definitely, and they had kind of prepped us for this, that there'll be lots of product releases in December. So we're right on the cusp of December starting, so not surprising that they were starting to do a little teasing of that. Definitely the announcement of a town hall is welcome news. Maybe it's going to be tied to releases. Seems like something we've had seen in the past at the town halls or when things come out. They didn't want to give a date yet. But as is tradition, many times Star Atlas releases products at the end of the year. Unfortunately, been around Star Atlas for a while. Sometimes they're great, but sometimes they fall a little flat with bugs and things like that. So we'll see. If I'm not mistaken, the Zinc kind of, alpha phase, this kind of test phase has a countdown clock, so that'll definitely be expiring within December. Again, I'm not sure if the new Origin season will start up before or after. We'll maybe, again, hear more at the town hall. Definitely glad the Never Alone campaign's wrapping up, only in the sense, not that the rewards are exciting or whatever. At this point, I mean, kind of lost track of it. But again, it's just nice to wrap up for people who did participate and to get those things finalized. So, and then when I asked, the economic forum speculation period on my part, I wonder if, again, this is the either announcement kind of related to Zinc, or perhaps this is related to the Atlas Lockers. No, excuse me. Atlas Locker addendum. But again, that might be too optimistic. It could just be related to Zinc and C4 and things like that. So we'll see. But again, might be a really nice rollout of different things one next week. Way that the holidays fall. And I think they actually mentioned December 22nd is the first day of the Star Atlas team's holiday break. So that basically gives 3 weeks for all this stuff to come out. So again, seems like we'll be getting something at least once a week for those 3 weeks. Yeah, so that's pretty much it on that. On my journey playing Star Atlas, I've been following along, kind of lost interest in the Sage with the Zinc coming out, and now that we're just in the alpha phase, that nothing really, well, I guess something holds over, which is this level thing, but I still don't know what that benefit of being at a certain level. So I've decided not to put any more time into Sage because of the Solana fees and things like that. And if I'm going to spend any money on that, I might as well wait and earn Zinc experience points and things like that. So that's pretty much all I've been doing again. I've been doing the daily check-ins, but I seem to have missed one. And I sure thought I didn't miscalculate, but I do admit with this kind of 24, you got to wait 24 hours, but then you got 24 more hours to check in. Sometimes that just doesn't match. If you miss one, like say I'm trying to do in the morning, you still kind of always have to do it 24 hours plus something. I don't know. It's a little too hard to be right on there and then going through the rest of the day. So I don't know if I truly did it, but also once that happened, I noticed I had to reset my profile again. So I'm not sure. And again, it is only testing, so it was kind of a bummer, but I didn't really give much up. Didn't really care that much because wasn't really doing much else to earn things. So anyway, that's just it. Again, kind of looking forward to see what might come out in the next few weeks, or if nothing else, just some more news and progress. If I remember correctly, last town hall in December was the announcement of C4, so obviously that was a major thing they were working on in the year ahead. So good to see where they're wanting to either release stuff or talk about the next stuff. So anyway, that was pretty much it. Again, thanks for listening. I'm totally open if anybody wants to be a guest on the podcast. Just go to my website, look at the contact page, and submit that, or you can reach out to me on Discord or Twitter. Again, while you're on the website, intergalactichero.com, you can check out all the resources I have there, beginner's guides, other guides to different Star Atlas products, directories, recaps, and the Discord newsfeed. Again, if you're interested in a Star Atlas branded mug and you're in the United States, you can go to intergalacticgear.com, and those are available for purchase. And again, trying to get together a Star Atlas community of gamers who aren't joining guilds, so check out Intergalactic Coalition. Other than that, this is Matt with Intergalactic Herald. That was the week in Star Atlas. Have a great week ahead.